In the last few lessons, I talked about harmful and toxic patterns, which not only make it difficult for couples to resolve issues, but even fracture and weaken their relationships. In the next few lessons, I want to talk about the importance of emotional connection, and then give you some strategies to help you repair or prevent broken bonds that come from these toxic patterns. Let me begin by this discussion by saying that we're first and foremost social, relational beings. As human beings, we want to feel safe, secure, and loved. Our understanding of our need for love comes from research with infants. From the work of Renee Spitz in the early 1900s, we learned that you can meet all of the physical needs of infants and young children, but if they're deprived of love in the form of touch and cuddling, smiling, eye contact, and affirming words, these infants and children will grow up to be severely mentally or emotionally handicapped. And then along came a British psychologist by the name of John Bowlby in the 1950s and 60s, who studied how young children bond with their mothers. And from his work, as well as that of Mary Ainsworth, a colleague, we developed an understanding of human attachment. These researchers found that young children can either feel secure or insecure in their attachments to their caregivers, and these attachment tendencies influence their overall well-being and relationships as they grew up. Secure attachment develops because caregivers responded positively to their child's cues for support. They learned that others would be there for them and that they were loved. Other researchers and therapists have applied these concepts to adulthood and marriage. A woman by the name of Sue Johnson developed a marriage therapy which she calls emotion-focused therapy that's based on attachment theory. Well, the purpose of her therapy, which is practiced by many marriage counselors today, is to encourage a special kind of emotional responsiveness or connection to one's partner. This connection can be summarized by the acronym ARE, A-R-E, accessibility, responsiveness, and engagement. A means that you're accessible and available to your partner. R means that you're responsive or attuned to your partner's emotions, needs, and fears, and that you can send clear signals of comfort when your partner needs you to be there for them. E means that you're emotionally present and engaged and involved in what they're going through. So remember that acronym, R. In the simplest form, it asks the question, are you there for me, with me? In secure and healthy marriages, partners are there for each other. It means that you're each accessible, responsive, engaged to your partner's needs and feelings. The truth is that everybody needs somebody who's there for them, and there's no one more important person in the world to play that role than your partner. So I want to talk about how we create an accessible, responsive, and engaged relationship. How do we create a safe and secure relationship with each other? We're going to be talking about that in the entire course, but in the next lesson, I want to offer you some guidelines to help you do this. And as you create a secure attachment for each other, you're progressing through the stages of marital satisfaction.